Alright, so I'm going to show how to replace the battery on this 15-inch MacBook Pro model A1398, late 2013 or mid 2014 model. Alright, so first what you're going to want to do is get a Pentalobe 1.2 or P5 screwdriver. And we're going to remove all the screws from the bottom. You do want to keep them in order because they are different size, shapes, and lengths. And you don't want to get them all mixed up. Alright, so let's remove all these screws. Oops. Alright, the screws back here are shorter than the rest, but as usual, you want to keep them in order. It's nice to put them on your table in the pattern that you see, so put them in that rectangular pattern, and that will help you put back the screws exactly where you got them from. Alright. Missing one screw there. Alright, once you got all these screws out, what you're going to want to do is just go from the back here and then pull this up just like that. Alright, and then to replace the battery, I already did one actually recently, a 2012 model, which is about the same. This part's a little bit thinner. So there's not too much difference, and then this connector is centered instead of over to the side. All right, anyways, we're going to switch to a T5 just like the other model. If I remember correctly, on this model, the adhesive is a bit easier to remove. So it's not like the other one where I had to kind of scrape everything. This one I think I should be able to just slowly peel it out. Hopefully that's the case. Alright, once we've removed those screws, I removed also the two speaker screws. Sorry, I didn't mention it. And under the adhesive, we're going to remove these screws as well. If you want to be extra safe, you can actually disconnect the battery first and then press and hold the power button. I'm just removing all the screws first, just because it doesn't matter. You can do whatever order. But yeah, the safest way actually would be to remove the battery connector first, which I probably should have done so people don't make mistakes if they're doing this and they don't know what they're doing. Alright, but anyways, battery connector is right here, just like the other model. You can see the lip of the connector, just pull it up like that. Usually, again, I would go with both fingers and then pull it up just like that. Okay, and then after you do that, if you want to be extra safe, you can open up the MacBook and then press and hold the power button for 10 to 15 seconds. Usually this isn't an issue because we're just removing the battery. We're not dealing with the motherboard or anything. But if you want to be extra safe, you can do that. Alright, so now that we've got all the screws removed, we remove the two screws from under the adhesive here, and then we remove the two screws from each speaker on these sides. Now we're going to pry up the battery. Okay, let me zoom in so it's easier to see. So first what I do here is just like the other model. You pull the battery, or the speaker up slightly, sorry. This one I don't think I pulled up last time, so as you can see here, there's a bunch of dust on the speaker grill. So what you do is you just take a toothbrush, brush that stuff off, okay? You don't want to pull too hard up. Oops, you don't want to pull up too hard on the speaker because this is trapped underneath the motherboard or the logic board, and if you pull too hard you can actually risk damaging the speaker. You can crack it. Okay, so again, pull up the other side and then just brush that dirt out. Here you can see it's a lot cleaner. Okay, so let's set that down. Alright, so now we're going to rotate the MacBook to one side like this. Here you can see this battery is kind of like inflated, so that's kind of how you know it's going bad. But if Apple detects there's an issue, it will actually pop up a warning telling you to consider replacing battery and stuff like that. Alright, so what I do is I lift up the speaker like this with my thumb. Once I do that, I just take this thin pry tool, get underneath, and then I just push that through to cut through the foam adhesive. All right, and then you basically just slide the tool down and then continue cutting all the way through. Okay, just like that. And we're gonna do this all the way down the whole battery pack, this one side. All right, okay, once you've cut this whole small battery pack, you can actually lift it up, and then you can actually, let me zoom out. then you can actually use the tool from here without lifting up the speaker anymore, and you can actually cut through the adhesive this way. All right, just like this. And then it helps to go at an angle like this to cut part of this here. But you can't really get this corner because the raised screw mount, just like the other model. So what you do after you get this corner up, you just get the tool and then you pull it up slowly, and it should tear that foam just like that, okay? All right, then we rotate the battery, same thing, or sorry, the whole MacBook. Lift up the speaker just like that, get the tool underneath, and same thing, just cut through the adhesive like that. Okay, slowly working your way down and over, and there we go. All right, same thing. All right, just like this. Okay, we'll cut this one corner as well. Okay, and then same thing, slowly pull it up and peel out that other piece of the foam. There we go. All right, so the center packs are a little bit more difficult just because it's raised up. So let me show you here. So if I pull this pack aside, here you can see there's this metal raised area. This is the raised area for the trackpad. So you have to lift the tool slightly higher to get underneath between the battery and this raised metal area. All right, so now what you're gonna do, we're gonna scrape this out. You wanna keep the tool pointed, angled slightly away from here, because if you push it this way, you can actually cut the trackpad cable here. So you wanna be careful, and it helps to kind of push the tool at an angle this way. All right, just like that. And here you can see the tool actually goes through to the other side. Once you kind of cut a bunch of it, you can slowly work your way more towards the front if you want, but you want to again be careful for the trackpad cable, okay? Sometimes to be extra safe, you can avoid cutting that side, and then you can try and like just lift it up, just like with the corner of this one, but it's a little bit more difficult since you can't, if you don't cut it, it's gonna be, this part is trapping it underneath, so you wouldn't be able to lift it up as easily. But yep, so anyways, we're gonna continue going down just like this, making sure you cut through. You can test if you cut through by kind of moving the tool across and see, and then you can tell. And then I like to angle the tool that way and then cut underneath too, because there is a little adhesive under here sometimes as well. Okay, got that. We're gonna flip it over. Sorry if my head's getting in the way. I wasn't paying attention, and it probably was, but you get the idea. Continue cutting with the tool going down the side. And also you can use this rail to kind of help keep the tool straight so it doesn't cut over this up towards this side. What is that sound outside? Okay, all right, and just continue cutting. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. Just like that. Keep going. All right. Okay, and I think we got all of it. I'm gonna slide the tool around. Oh, missed some. All right, so I'm gonna slide the tool around to under here. So there's two little things of adhesive under here. All right, anyways, once you cut all of that up, you can lift the battery pack up like this. All right, it does seem like there's still some adhesive stuck here, so you want to be careful when you pull it up. You can go ahead and go underneath and try and cut that adhesive, okay? Just like this. All right, feels like there's some adhesive stuck here. There we go. All right, so continue lifting it up. All right, and then we're gonna set this aside. So this battery doesn't give like a warning or anything, but their computer keeps randomly crashing, and I have a I have a feeling it's the battery. Hopefully I'm right, because otherwise I'm gonna have to refund for the other repair I did for them, which was fixing their screen issue and stuff. Anyways, we're gonna peel off this adhesive. Okay, so we're gonna peel this up. Yep, so this kind of adhesive is better than the older model where you basically have to just scrape this all off. This adhesive I'm actually going to end up leaving on here because if it doesn't solve, or not the residue, I'm going to leave it there because if this doesn't work, I'm going to end up having to return the battery and undo the repair. So we're going to just peel this up. Okay. All right. There we go. All right, so this is just going to be a long, tedious process of peeling up all this old adhesive. So on this model, it's a little bit better because I can peel up some of it and then I can grab it and then I can slowly peel the entire strip off like this. And it also leaves a lot less residue if you can do it that way. So yeah, peel it up. Okay. Just like that. Grab a corner and then slowly peel it. Oops. Put it up here. I'm gonna go around and peel it back this way. Oh, that didn't work. All right, I guess I'll just use this and scrape it up. There we go. All right, we'll continue going on this side. Go. Okay. Sometimes it peels or it scrapes better than others when you go ahead and when you like go to cut the adhesive up the first time. This, here you go, let's peel this. Up. Okay. Peel this up. If it has the little frayed stuff, I just use the adhesive to kind of pick it up. Peel it over this way, go back the other way, and oh, that didn't work again. Okay, peel that all up. Go this way, let's peel this. Again, you want to peel this kind of slowly. If you peel too fast, it'll just tear. Okay. Alright. Now for these ones kind of tore a bit more, so I don't think I'm going to be able to peel it. A lot of times, actually, also these center ones, they use a different kind of adhesive, it feels like, and it doesn't peel up as easily, but let's see if we're lucky. Okay, it's coming out. Might also just be the surface it's stuck to is more smooth, so it's harder to peel. actually easier to see in the camera where I'm sitting, because normally I would have my head over the top, so the light reflecting is the way I have it is not it's a lot darker for me to see. It's hard to tell where the adhesive is. Okay, peel that up. Alright, it's coming out, not too bad. Just like that. Okay. Some of the adhesive isn't coming up, making it harder to do. Almost there. This one keeps tearing. Come on, stop tearing. I need to peel you up. There we go. Oh, dang it. Okay, come on. There we go. side doesn't want to peel with the rest of it. Oh, I guess we're just gonna have to go this way. Okay, we're almost there. Last few pieces. Let's flip this over to make it easier. Alright, so we got all of that old adhesive off. Now we're going to get the replacement battery. Okay, again, since we're not 100% sure that the battery is the issue, what we're going to do, normally when you go to replace the battery, you peel off this protective layer, okay, and then you would place the battery under like this, get everything in place, and then put that on. But again, because the customer is not 100% sure, or we're not 100% sure what the issue is causing the crashing, I'm going to actually keep these tabs here, and then I'm going to close the computer with this in like that. That way we can test the battery, test the computer, make sure everything's working well before we actually completely replace it. But yeah, when you go to replace it, you want to peel this plastic completely off. After that, you hold the battery up at an angle like this, slide it into place. Make sure these screw holes line up when you drop it down, okay? If it's not like lined up completely, you can sometimes move this around, and then you just press this adhesive all down. After that, you can peel off this clear piece. This clear piece is there to keep these packs aligned so that when you drop it in place, they won't move around. So anyways, we're pretty much done with that. I'm gonna put back the speaker screws here, okay? All right. Okay, just like this. Again, normally you want to peel these plastic things off. You don't want to leave them there, but we're doing this just for testing. Okay, so now get these screw holes lined up. All right, tighten down the battery screw. Okay, tighten both of them down. If you want, you can take this sticker from the old battery. Okay, so you get the old battery. You can peel this sticker off, okay? Just like this. You can peel the whole thing up. All right, and we can transfer this over. Okay. So we can now make sure to plug this battery back in. If you're having a tough time plugging it in, a lot of times you'll have to like bend this and push the wires in, okay? And then the easiest way is you get the top edge connected in first. So make sure to line up the top corner here and then do that with the other one, push it in, okay? And that's how you install the new battery. So that's pretty much all there is to this. We're gonna put this back on top. Oops, zoomed out way too much. Okay, just to cover up those pieces. Might not stick very well. If you want, you can use some new double stick adhesive. But just line up the bottom like that. Press that down. All right. And again, I'm gonna leave this in here. So we're gonna get the cover. If you're leaving that in like I am for testing, just make sure to hold these down. All right. Then put one side first, just like this. Okay. While you're holding that, you can fold the other side over. Close it down just like that, and there we go. All right, so now we just got to put back the P5 or Pentalobe 1.2 screws, and you're good to go. So hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, please like and subscribe. Help others find my videos. Thank you for watching. You're welcome to stay to watch me put in the rest of the screws, but that's all there is to it. All right. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.